Kraven and his brother Victory went hunting one day. Suddenly, a lion attacked them. Kraven looked into the lion's eyes, and out of fear, he lowered his weapon. Their father shot the lion from behind, which angered it, causing the lion to turn and attack Kraven. It caught up with Kraven and bit him. Victory, on the other hand, ran for his life. Meanwhile, Kraven's father continued to shoot at the lion. The lion dragged Kraven's body into the forest. On the other side of the forest, Calypso and her parents were taking pictures of a giraffe. After several shots, they decided to check on Calypso, but she was nowhere to be found. Calypso, however, had ventured deeper into the forest. As she walked, she stumbled upon Kraven's lifeless body with the lion standing nearby. Once the lion left, Calypso approached Kraven and, remembering a portion given to her by her grandmother, she administered it to him. Almost immediately, spiritual energy began to warm inside his body. Calypso then called for help. When the emergency team arrived and was about to transport Kraven, Calypso slipped a note into his hand before they took him away. At the hospital, the nurses worked hard to revive Kraven, but they soon confirmed his death. Just as all hope seemed lost, the portion from Calypso triggered the summoning of spirits, and Kraven was brought back to life. After several days of intense treatment, Victory and their father came to visit him. Kraven's father wanted to take him home immediately, but the nurse insisted Kraven needed more time to recover. His father, however, refused to listen. At home, Kraven went through his room and discovered a letter his mother had written before divorcing their father. His father, angry, confronted Kraven for not shooting the lion when he had the chance. To prove his point, Kraven's father showed him the lion's head, a trophy for avenging his son. Kraven, disappointed by his father's attitude, rushed to his room, packed his things, and left that night. Victory wasn't happy about Kraven leaving, but Kraven felt he had no choice. He traveled to a remote forest, where he encountered a group of bulls running toward him. He managed to dodge most of them, but one bull stood its ground. The other bulls wouldn't approach Kraven, and the bull eventually stepped aside. Later, Kraven found an old apartment in the forest, and spent the night there. The next morning, Kraven attempted to hunt an antelope, but the prey managed to escape, and Kraven gave chase, both running through a large lake. When he returned to the shore, he was surprised by his newfound ability to traverse such a large body of water. As Kraven marveled at this, he heard gunshots and climbed a tree to investigate. He spotted armed men killing the bulls and removing their horns. Feeling deeply saddened, Kraven went to console the bulls, but the armed men confronted him. Enraged, Kraven grabbed a knife and killed them in a blur of motion, his first time taking a life. 16 years later, Victory called Kraven, begging him to come to his birthday. Kraven, fishing at the time, was exhausted, so he laid down to sleep. The next day, a group of armed men returned to the forest to kill the bulls again. Kraven reached the entrance before them and confronted the leader, demanding to know why they killed the bulls just for their horns. The leader threatened Kraven and ordered his men to move the truck. In response, Kraven climbed underneath and attacked the armed men, killing them all. The leader, witnessing this, fled in a truck. Later, when the leader went to report to his superior, he was shocked to find Kraven sitting in the superior's chair. Kraven killed him. Meanwhile, Calypso attended a friend's burial ceremony. Afterward, Kraven approached her, and they began to talk. He showed her the note she had given him when he was bitten by the lion, and she realized he was the boy she had helped. They went to a private place to discuss things. A few days later, Kraven sneaked into Victory's building to surprise him for his birthday. When Victory came out of the bathroom, Kraven grabbed him from behind. Victory, initially startled, was happy to see his brother. The two went to a bar to catch up, but their father unexpectedly showed up, which made Kraven uncomfortable since he had left without informing him. They drank and had a good time, but Victory ended up drunk, and Kraven had to take him back to his room. Unable to sleep due to the noise from the neighbors, Kraven left and slept in the woods near the house. The next morning, Kraven returned to find the house in disarray. Rushing to Victory's room, he found it empty. He checked the veranda and saw men forcibly taking Victory into their vehicle. Kraven, filled with rage, pursued the vehicle, but the bus was bulletproof, making it impossible to break in. As he tried to find another way, a car hit him, causing him to lose control. The men took Victory to a helicopter, and Kraven, despite his injury, quickly followed. Using a rope, Kraven tried to drag the helicopter down, but one of the men shot him. Kraven had to hide, and the helicopter flew away, taking Victory with it. Kraven went to Calypso for help. She assisted him in tracking the kidnappers. The next day, Kraven arrived at their location and snuck into the building. He fought and killed the men one by one. When he was about to interrogate one of them for Victory's whereabouts, a missile struck the building. Kraven quickly grabbed the man, leaping to safety before the missile hit. After landing, he demanded to know where Victory was. The man revealed that Victory was with Rhino. As the building collapsed, Kraven fled. Meanwhile, Victory was being interrogated by Rhino, who tried to persuade him to join him in killing Kraven. Victory refused, and Rhino was about to shoot him when his men warned him of a strange presence. They all moved toward the door, only to be stunned when a mysterious figure, the time guy, paused time and moved past them. The time guy resumed time in front of Victory, surprising everyone. Kraven and Calypso were walking through the forest when Kraven sensed they were being hunted. A tiger suddenly attacked, but Kraven easily overpowered it, chasing it back into the forest. The Time Guy and Rhino, now working together, entered the forest with their men. They lured Victory into calling Kraven. As they searched, Kraven prepared for a fight. The tiger then attacked Rhino's men, killing some before running away. Victory, seizing the opportunity, managed to escape. As Rhino's men continued searching, Kraven ambushed them, taking them out one by one. The remaining men retaliated by dropping bombs from a helicopter, forcing Kraven to flee. In pursuit, the Time Guy shot Kraven with a poison that left him paralyzed, making it easy for the Time Guy to beat him. The Time Guy instructed Rhino's men to find Victory. Just as the Time Guy prepared to deliver a final blow to Kraven, Calypso arrived, shooting the Time Guy in the head with an arrow. She quickly gave Kraven the portion she had used to revive him before, and he woke up. Rhino, still holding Victory captive, saw a herd of bulls charging toward their vehicle. Rhino transformed into a rhino himself, and the bulls attacked, crushing the car. Rhino and Kraven engaged in a brutal physical fight. After several intense exchanges of blows, Kraven pierced Rhino's stomach, severely wounding him. Kraven then tied Rhino up and threw him into the path of the bulls. The bulls trampled Rhino, leaving him helpless. Victory, aiming a gun at him, was stopped by Kraven, who refused to let him kill.